Hello and welcome to Harvey P Watches. As always, thank you to those who have liked and subscribed to my videos. I really appreciate it. Please keep liking the videos if you would like to see more watches. For this episode, we would like to thank Daniel at Benlydesign Watches for donating this watch to our collection after watching some of my Harvey P Watches videos. At this point, we would usually say something like, this is an XYZ watch from 2024, although we cannot do that here, as this watch has not been manufactured yet, so it doesn't have a name yet. We feel most honoured to receive this watch, which at the time of this video was made, is the only one in the UK, as this is one of Benlydesign's sample watches, in effect one of their prototypes. The watch will form part of Benlydesign's X7000 range, which currently feature Terminator models with a black or grey case, and Gladiator models with a silver case, with both having silicone straps. The design of the watch is said to be inspired by muscular beauty, and that the exaggerated case is like a strong back, perhaps that of a powerful Gladiator or a metallic Terminator, hence the current name for the watches. We do not know what this watch will retail at, although current Terminator and Gladiator models are £113. If you watch to the end, we will let you know how you can get 10% off. So let's take a closer look at the watch. The watch measures approximately 42mm wide, 47mm lug to lug, and around 15mm deep at the highest point. The watch weighs in at around 178 grams when fitted with the stainless steel bracelet, although this is with the full bracelet supplied with the watch. The weight will obviously drop if links are removed with the supplied pin extractor. We should add that the bracelet is quite a chunky one at around 21mm wide and 2.5mm thick. Sometimes the worst thing about a watch is when you get a really nice watch and it is fitted with a thin bracelet that rattles. That certainly isn't the case here. One thing that surprised Dad was the size of the bracelet. My dad isn't built like King Kong, but has fairly big wrists and usually never needs to adjust the bracelet when he buys a watch. The bracelet here though was too big for him, so even out of the box he would have to adjust it. Measuring inside of the bracelet was about 20.5 to 21 centimetres, which is about an 8-inch thick wrist, so ideal for those with larger wrists. Fitted with quick release pins, the bracelet is fastened with a butterfly clasp, which when opens adds another 6.5 centimetres to the bracelet diameter. Now onto the watch itself. The top half of the case is made from a zinc alloy, whilst the bottom half is stainless steel. Finished in silver and electroplated, using an IP plasma sputtering plating process, the case is the most wonderful shape and certainly eye-catching with its large fluted design. The sides of the case are just as fascinating, with almost a ribbed design either side of the metal buttons, with one button each side. Added to these are 4 screw holes either side of the case that allow you to peek into the case, almost like portals in, or to allow exhaust fumes out. The design is really quite superb. At the front of the watch is a large mineral crystal glass that has the word set on the left and mode on the right. Below the glass sits an OLED digital display that has red numerals and is exceptionally sharp and easy to view. When many retro-styled watches are using modern LED displays, which we do not think are great, the OLED display on these watches is just so much better. Not only that, but the display illuminates for about 5 seconds before shutting off, giving you plenty of time to read it. As you might expect with an OLED display, it is also easy to read in the dark. For some reason, the display is showing white on camera and not red. To view the time, the watch has a wrist raise function that activates the display as you lift or twist your wrist. One thing we have found with our Benlydesign watches is that the wrist raise function for each watch is just a bit different, and you need to wiggle your arms about to find the best movement to activate the screen. Once you do, it works great. Pressing the button on the left hand side of the case once displays the current time. Then pressing and holding the button in for about 3 to 4 seconds turns on the wrist raise function to activate the display automatically on or off. This is shown by a small LT marker on the display. This feature appears to deactivate automatically after 12 hours, and so it needs switching on each day if required. Moving to the right button, which is the main mode button and reveals quite a few features. Pressing once also displays the time. Pressing twice shows the day, date and month. Pressing thrice displays the temperature. The thermometer shows the temperature of the watch, and it can be displayed in both Fahrenheit and Celsius, and off the wrist was quite accurate. The thermometer displays the temperature of the watch, and so on the wrist the temperature will rise due to body heat. If you wish to use it as a thermometer to perhaps measure room temperature, you can reset the temperature reference. That is 0 degrees, can be defined by the user. Pressing the right button 4 times shows a timer that is stopped and started with the left button. It is then reset to 0 by pressing and holding the right button for a couple of seconds. Pressing 5 times now displays a countdown timer that is stopped and started with the left button and can count down anything from 24 hours to 1 minute. Pressing 6 times brings you to the alarm. Pressing 7 times you will find a dual time display. And finally, on the 8th press, you can return back to the time. To adjust the time and settings on the watch, this is done by pressing and holding the right button. This then allows you to choose settings like a 12 or 24 hour display, adjust the time and date, etc. and display a readout of Celsius or Fahrenheit for the thermometer. The base of the watch is engraved and bears the model name, details, the watch is waterproof up to 3 ATM, and that the watch has an OLED backlight. Inside the watch, the first thing we see is a single CR203 battery that is said to last around 30 months. Below this is a custom-made module that is designed and programmed by Benlydesign. So there you have it, the new 2024 Benlydesign watch for the X7000 series that will soon be manufactured and named. I love this watch. From the moment it arrived, and I opened the packaging and saw it, although the first thing I saw was the huge carry case that it arrived in. It's like a mini suitcase to take your watch on holiday. There is something about the shape of this watch that really captures me, and I just can't help but keep looking at it. It is almost like the watch is not just a watch, but a piece of art as well. It's hard to explain it. Also, the fact this is the first of its kind in the UK and is yet to be manufactured also makes it extra special. At the start of the video, we mentioned that you can get 10% off this watch, or indeed any other Benlydesign watch, when ordering via their website at www.benlydesignwatch.com. When you check out, if you add the voucher code HarveyPWatches and press apply, you will be rewarded with a 10% discount. Please note that we do not earn anything from the use of this code, we are just happy to be able to share it with you. Once again, we would like to thank Daniel at Benlydesigns for this watch. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed these videos and would like to see more watches, please hit the like key and perhaps even subscribe. You can see more of our watches at www.modestwatches.com, and you can see my website at www.harveyp.com. Thank you for watching, have a great day, bye!